Well, we're departing Ellös on our way to Strömstad, Sweden to get our export duties done. And then we're going to stop in Norway. Yep. And then we'll be all set. We will be an exported boat. So here we are with Harold.
Hi.
And we are headed up to Norway. And we're passing the famous Ellös lighthouse. And these fjords are absolutely beautiful.
Like I said, you're going to really enjoy this trip.
There's another Hallberg coming by.
Yeah.
Give him a wave. You know, so how do we navigate around the fjords of Sweden? You know, number one is you bring somebody who's experienced, but number two is these maps are really quite good, and the purple line, the purple dashed line, that indicates the channel that you want to stay in, and we just programmed in some waypoints all the way inland to get us up to Strömstad, which will be about 10 hours. So we're sitting back here in the gin and tonic seats. Yeah, my feeling so far is I'm overwhelmed, but I'm doing it right with some pro skippers to help me figure out the ins and outs of this boat, figure out how to work this roller furling main, how to work the engine, how to work the ray marine. All these things are foreign to me at this point, but it's definitely getting better. Yeah, this is pretty tight up here. We just left the Baltic and we're headed back into the inner channel there, which will take us on a more direct route to Strömstad. You can see behind me that we're entering back into the fjords. It's very well mapped, and you know, the intimidation factor on the maps is definitely real when you're looking at them, but when you actually get out here and you start doing it, it's pretty reasonable. It's important to hand steer through these real narrow channels, especially with the sail up, as it has a tendency to blow you off course a little bit. But and a really nice view of some of the Swedish fjord coastline. It can't always be sunshine and rainbows. We're actually headed toward Ingrid Bergman's house, which is right over here, but we're getting pelted by rain. 22 true. Apparently it's raining like crazy outside. How you feeling there?
Good, good. This is real Scandinavian weather.
Well, we've made it to Halsa. We're headed into a very narrow portion of the fjord at this town of Halsa. It's actually quite beautiful. It's all of a sudden transformed from very rocky to very green. And I'll just pan around so you can see where we're headed. We're taking Breezy through this narrow cut. And here's Halsa. And this is where we enter that narrow channel, pass by the village, and then continue north towards Strömstad. Well, I'll tell you what, it is absolutely beautiful out here. This is not a place that I'll ever be able to go to again, probably, because we're moving the boat. Not much room on either side here. And oh my goodness, what a quaint part of the world here. And way up here in Sweden, what have we found but another fellow American, Maverick from Newport, Rhode Island. There you go. Shout out to the Maverick.
We came all the way out here from Newport.
Good for you, buddy. So we're entering into the harbor in Stromstad. And why are we doing this? Well, we are headed to Stromstad to get our export documents signed and stamped by the customs officials here. So the way this works is when you buy a boat, at least in Sweden, at Hallberg Rassy, you don't want to pay the VAT, which is value-added tax. That's about 25% of the cost of the boat, which would put a big dent in the vacation spending. So what you need to do is you need to come to a port in Sweden, which happens to be this one, Stromstad, and get your export documents stamped. Now the Hallberg Rassy folks give me those export documents. You have to bring your passport. So it's very important that you get this step done. So after I get my documents stamped, we're gonna head right out and go to Norway. We're going to document our position on our prodder. We'll take pictures of our position in the town. We'll spend the night. I'll probably get a receipt for staying in a slip in the harbor, and the boat is officially exported. Then, after you return to the European Union, you check in somewhere, wherever that may be. You will effectively have 18 months to keep the boat in the European Union, and you can enjoy your time here before you have to leave again. So that's the process when you're buying a Hallberg Rassy in Ellös, Sweden. This is us sailing into the sunset. Headed to Norway after our adventure in Stromstad. So here we're leaving Stromstad. We're just going through these fjords, and just to zoom out you can see how complex they are, but we have waypoints through this small island here. Then because of depth we're going to continue up this way to this waypoint, and then back into this marina here where we have a berth reserved, and that is officially in Norway. It's called Skjærhalden. That's where we're staying. And welcome to Norway. Well, we made it. This they did not give us a lot of room to maneuver here, and we had to back into this spot. So here's Breezy. So we're headed towards another harbor here. Well protected, but the maps in the Swedish waters have a purple dash line that runs down the center of the deep water channel. So as long as you follow those purple dash lines, it appears that you're as good as gold. And it sometimes brings you precariously close to the edges of these rocks, but I can attest that the depth meter agrees with the charts.
That's somewhere in the back. You see how much work this is?
It's a lot of work, yeah. That's good. Okay. Holy shit. That's a beautiful sail. It took us about, what do you think, a half an hour, the two of us? It's a lot of work. Engine off. Oh, what the hell. We put the mainsail up too. Looks like true wind speed is 11 knots, and the true wind angle is about 120, and our speed is about 7 knots.
And it is a beautiful sail. Beautiful. Brand new sails. Yeah, so comfortable I can wear my slippers.
What a day. We made it back from Norway, successfully exported. Breezy is now getting prepped for her big 2,600-mile journey. Lots of help from everyone to get this
She's working
done.
on some other projects.
Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. The next series will be documenting the 2,600-mile journey where I permanently leave Ellös and sail this Hallberg Rassy 44 down to the Mediterranean. Spoiler alert, I'm in the Mediterranean right now and we're headed to the south of France. But yeah, it's a hell of a journey. The first 2 weeks was a hellish upwind slog with horrible Northern Europe weather, and then things got much more pleasant. So stay tuned for those in the next few weeks.